Good afternoon. This is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com and welcome. Welcome to a preview on the Trends course. This is a new class that I just did last month, wrote it, already had one class on it, was a wonderful hit, and looking forward to the next one. It was written by me, Melissa Armo, and I own a company called The Stock Swoosh LLC. If you'd like more information on this upcoming class or future classes, please feel free to email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com or like me at Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and add me to your Skype. So have you ever wanted to learn how to read trends? If you've been an on and off trader and an on and off investor over the years, this is something that you've had to work on or deal with or come across or combat if you've been having an up and down rocky road to success as a trader or investor. And perhaps one of the reasons for your rocky road to success is that you don't know how to read trends right. You really have to get the direction right in something that you're trading, otherwise you're not going to make money. I mean, this is basic 101 here. But you've got to get the direction right in order to trade successfully. Have you ever wanted to learn how to properly read the direction of a stock? Do you wish you could read the direction better of the overall market? Do you know what support and resistance is, but find it challenging how to read the multiple levels clearly? And you know, this is one of the things where people do find it challenging to read support and resistance. And this is something that I teach in the class. This class teaches how to correctly read a chart's trend and overall directional bias. This is a very powerful class for day traders, swing traders, and core traders. If you are a longer-term trader, this class is a must for understanding the proper way to read trends in charts to trade successfully. And obviously, this is everyone's dream to trade successfully. So the Trends course is really something that breaks down for you how to see what the overall trend is something is, and then once it's ready to change the trend. And that's just as important as seeing the trend and reading it right in the first place. The way that you make money as a trader is getting in the right direction and getting out at the right place. This is how you're going to be successful. Whether you're a day trader, a swing trader, a core trader, it doesn't matter. And to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I'm successful as a day trader is I am looking at the longer term trend on the daily chart of my stock picks and trading them on a minutia small 1 minute time frame. So I'm getting the risk to reward in my positions by taking them on the smallest time frame in existence, the 1 minute. And I am getting the direction right and the momentum right and the larger powered move right by being with the overall trend and the bigger picture of the daily chart. So this is very key to being successful. Number one, to get the risk to reward, and you've got to get the overall trend right. So it is a course on how to read trends in stock charts. The purpose of the course is to teach you how to read the proper direction in the chart of a stock. All directions are studied. Is the trend bullish, bearish, or neutral? In order to be successful taking positions in trades, a trader must be able to accurately read trends. Support and resistance is a key ingredient in understanding trends. Examples are reviewed with chart studies. Traders and investors need to know how to define a stock's trend. Course information focuses on reading price action with detailed technical analysis in order to determine a chart's trend. This course is designed for traders and investors to accurately comprehend the directional bias in a chart. And once again, it doesn't matter what your time frame is. You've got to get the direction right. This is one of these very, very basic things that I think people forget. They just forget it. They forget that, oh, I've got to get that part of this thing right. Because once you start to trade and you really get into it and you really are into the reading charts, you're so focused on so many particulars and so many things that you forget the overall bigger picture, which is what? The trend, the directional bias, getting the direction right. So the Trends class is designed for what type of trader specifically? Everyone, every trader on every time frame needs to know how to read trends in stock charts. This class is designed for every trader or investor. If you are a professional trader or an investor, reading direction is vital to generating consistent profits. And the word consistent is really the key word in there. You can get the direction right some of the time and get the direction wrong some of the time. And your results are going to vary back and forth, and they're probably not going to be good. in order to be consistent, which is what many people struggle with as traders and investors, to really see the market paying you over and over and over and over and over again consistently, you've got to get the overall trend right. You've got to be with the power of the bigger picture. This is the way to make money, even if you're a day trader. You don't have to be an overnight trader, swing trader, core trader just to be able to make money with the bigger time frames. You're going with the bigger time frame because that's who's controlling the stock and the price and the direction. And you want to be with that, even if you're a day trader. It's just so important. That's how you're going to be consistent. The benefit of this class is that you can use the information on how to read proper direction to assist you in making correct decisions to not only enter a stock, but also make a decision when to exit your trade or core investments, because that counts too. You can get in at the perfect place, but if you wait too long to get out, if the trend changes and you miss your exit, you're going to either A, give back too many profits, or B, give back all of your profits, and that's not a good thing. So you've got to learn, number one, how to read the trend right currently, and number two, if it changes, which many times things do, that you need to recognize it for a real change in trend to get out and exit your position and take your profits. If you're in a position and you know how to read this change in trend before it goes against you, then you'll be able to take your profits, and that's a good thing. Market direction is something that I discuss in the class as well. This is one of these things that's challenging for people too. It may take you a couple years into trading to really read the market successfully. Reading the market direction is a skill, and I do teach this in the class. I think that it's a lot of good information about how to read the markets because a lot of people find this challenging, and if you're doing different strategies, then you really may need the market to help you get the bigger moves in your positions. So if you're not sure what the market trend is, how are you going to get in your core trades, your swing trades correctly? You may need it. Even as a day trader, it's good to understand this. Why? For getting to the bigger target, for not going to the bigger target, for reversal signs, for all of these things you need to understand and see. So let's look at the SPY here. This is a short-term view of the SPY. Short-term view of the SPY just in the last week is neutral/bearish. Okay, I can't say we're hardcore bearish in here at all, even in the shorter term. This is really neutral/bearish. We gapped down here. We came into support. We had a weak rally up, tried to fall harder here, couldn't. Gapped up, tried to go higher here, couldn't. And retraced this whole area here. All right, couldn't get over it, but retraced it. So retraced it with a rally. This is neutral/bearish. Short term. This is only short term for the SPY. We're neutral/bearish. Now, bigger term, longer term view of the SPY is what? We're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. Nothing that we've done here has made us not be in an uptrend. Not this topping tail with a red bar here, not this gap here. Nothing that's on this chart, not this pull in, nothing has made us change our overall longer term trend, which is what? Up. Up. And we'll see what the rest of the year has to bring in this, but for now, we're holding in an uptrend. A beautiful, nice, happy uptrend here. Nothing goes in a straight line. Not the market, not stocks, nothing. They wiggle and jiggle. Once in a blue moon, you'll get something in a straight line, and you better milk it for all it's worth, because that is not the norm. The norm is things wiggle and jiggle, and you do have to learn how to read what's going on and what's a short-term pull-in or a change in trend, which for the SPY, we're in a short-term pull-in, that's it. We're really in a longer-term uptrend, and I think we stick on this year unless we do something to change it. So why learn how to read market direction? Why care about the market at all? To make decisions on something like your retirement investments, 401k, IRA, stocks, to make decisions on current short-term investments, looking at the shorter-term picture, to be a successful trader, if this is really what you want to do. If you really want to be a successful trader, you've got to understand trends. This has to be one of these things that's on your list of check market. Got to get this stuff down. Have to learn this. How to read trends right. You've got to have it. To be knowledgeable concerning the status of the world economy, very important as well. We're all interconnected. To be in awareness about the strength or weakness of a particular companies or industry sectors that might affect your employment. And this is for people who actually are not full-time traders. They could be either part-time traders or have some other type of full-time job and are investing on the side. this helps you be in awareness about the strength or weakness of particular sectors that may affect your employment. So you find out what's happening before it crashes through the face of the planet, or if things are going well. Healthcare sector is a big one right now to be on the lookout for, especially if you're in that industry and you're employed in the industry. And banking sector is another one to constantly watch too. So why learn how to read the market direction? Well, you know, like I said, we're all interconnected. If there's a real crisis going on or something happens, guess where it'll be reflected? The first place it'll be reflected in the market. And if you know how to read what's going on, you're going to be able to see that immediately before anyone else does. This is a beautiful thing about being a trader. Why learn how to read direction? Self-empowerment. I teach self-empowerment. This is empowering traders with knowledge, the right knowledge to go out into the market and trade and read direction correctly. Read the directional bias right. Read the trends of the stock right. Read the trend of the market right. This is about self-empowerment, empowering people, actually. I had a really nice trader over the weekend, gave me a nice compliment and said, Melissa, you really are a great teacher. I've learned so much from you. And, you know, I hope that that person continues to learn from me. I have so much to give people that want to learn from me and want to be mentored because I really enjoy doing this. This is one of these things where you can never get to the point where you know everything in the world. But you can empower yourself through information, through study, trading, classes, reading charts, reading books, doing courses like the Trends class, to empower yourself with the information that you need to be successful in this world. And this is all around in your business affairs, whatever they are, your profession, if you're a trader, as a trader, if you're an investor for the long term or the short term, to empower yourself to do it. You can give your money to someone else to invest it for you, but I still think you should understand how to read direction right. Because that person may not. And what if that person doesn't and you give that person your money to invest for you and something happens and they don't know how to read the direction right in a stock position you may be in over the longer term? This might be your retirement, for example. And they don't understand directional bias. And you do. You'll be able to inform them, you're long a position, for example, hello, Mr. So-and-so, I would like to take this position off in my portfolio. I can read this. I see the trend is now changing. Please cash me out of that position. Otherwise, you're relying on another person and not empowering yourself to make the right choice. So really, there's no downside to self-empowerment. There's no downside at all. And particularly when it comes to money and investments, this is something you got to take seriously for yourself because no one really cares about your own investments more than you. There isn't anybody out there, even people that are making money off of trading for you or commissions for you or investments for you, your stockbroker, whoever. None of them care about you more than you. You have to care about your investments. You have to care about your financial health. You above all else. And how are you going to do that if you don't know what to read, what to look at, how to understand these things? This is why you have to learn it. You have to learn how to read direction right in stocks and in the market. And if you can empower yourself to do that by taking a class like mine, you're going to be head and shoulders above most people who are relying on other people for the longer term investments, are really just trying to cherry pick stuff, guessing at the trends when they're trading. And that isn't the right thing to do. So the number one reason why people lose money in the market is they get the direction wrong. Simple and basic as it sounds, this is the number one reason. If you go back and look at trades you did, if you're a day trader, part-time or full-time, go back and look at things that you lost money in. 9 times out of 10, I bet it's because you got the direction wrong. You were going long when you should have been going short. You were going short when you should have been going long. You didn't get the direction right or the direction of the market. So this is the number one reason why people lose money in the market. I challenge you to go back and look at some of your trades. This is the reason. As basic and simplistic as it sounds, this is the number one reason. And yet people don't want to focus enough on reading trends, and you must do this. This is important. This is really important. Just like what's happening in the market right now, people think the market is coming in and now in a bearish trend. The market isn't in a bearish trend. The market's in an uptrend. People just don't understand the bigger picture. So how to read stock chart direction. Reading the direction of the market is challenging. In fact, very few traders can read the market successfully on a regular basis. It takes a thorough analysis of price action in order to read the market correctly. One of the key ingredients in successfully reading the market is being a master chart technician. This is a skill. It is a skill. It's a skill that can be taught and learned. And it's a skill that is acquired with the proper knowledge and study. This is not about wishing or hoping. I wish my trade works out. I hope my trade works out. I wish that this would go up. I'm hoping that this goes down. I think I'm in the right direction, but I'm not 100% sure. You may as well just go wish 3 wishes with this lady here, your fairy godmother, and ask her for what you want the stocks to do or the market, because you'd be no better off or no worse off than other than doing that. So if you can conjure up your fairy godmother when you need it for your trades, do it. I don't know if she'll be there every day for you. So the best thing for you to do is to really learn the information to get it right. And then you can ask her for more important things. Picking tops and bottoms is guessing. I've been saying this for a long, long time. Not everyone's been listening to me. Some people have, though. It's like just picking the magic 8 ball. You may as well just do that. And what does it say here? It's decidedly so. That's the answer for today, but not forever. Why? Because you're looking at the magic 8 ball to get an answer. Whenever you are deciding to pick a top or a bottom, you are doing nothing more than guessing. And really, when you start to guess stuff in the market, you're gambling. That basically is gambling. You're gambling when you're guessing. Stuff has to be done for a reason specifically. Bottom feeding is only good for the fish. Only for the fishies. Let these guys right here, this guy, let him bottom feed. Don't you do that. Don't do that with your stock picks, trying to think you're going to get a deal buying something down at a certain price. The cheapest price you can get something is 1 penny. And if it's not 1 penny, it's close enough to 0. It could be going bankrupt any second. So do you really want to buy something at a penny? Not even $1 isn't cheap enough. So bottom feeding is only good for fish. There is no bargains in the market. That's not the way the market works, by the way. The market's never going to pay you for a bargain. The market isn't a bargain type of place. The market is a type of place where the stakes are high because the payout is amazing. There's no bargain hunting that the market ever pays people for. The very essence of the market is not such that it will ever pay bargain hunters. If you are a bargain hunter looking for something on the cheap, the market's going to make you lose just to prove a point, if nothing else. The market is never going to pay bargain hunters. Therefore, don't bottom feed your trades. No bottom picking. Here's the Golden Gap, BBRY. This is a great example of this chart and how people thought this basing out in here, all that was going in here in the last 6 months in this position, in this stock, BBRY used to be RIM. People thought that this was the bottom. They were cherry picking buying this in here. You can tell. There was lots of nice buy setups. A couple nice green, solid, big bars in here with gap ups. Nice big green bars. Look at that guy. Woo! You can count the nice biggies in here. And it was making a nice, solid base in here. Beautiful buying was going on in here, and look what happened. But this stock was not in an uptrend, so there was no reason to buy it. And yet, you can see all the buying that took place in here, and then what happened here with the gap on Friday. So this is exactly why you don't bottom pick. Everyone that was in this stock, anywhere between $13 and $18, okay, which is a pretty big range, but who knows where people bought it, were underwater then, quite a bit, when the stock gap down here at $10 and open on Friday. What are you going to do? Hold it? It's in a downtrend. It should never have been bought. No bottom picking. It's only for the fish. Success comes with accuracy and a purposeful design. This is the right way to make money trading. Not picking bottoms, not picking tops, not hoping, not guessing, not wishing, not going to your fairy tale godmother. Success and consistent success. This is the key: consistency. Understanding trends helps you become consistently profitable. Why? Because the number one reason people lose money trading is because they get the directional bias wrong. If you know how to get the directional bias right, you will be accurate so often. I am so rarely wrong in the direction of my trades or my calls. I get the direction right in my trades more than any trader I know, because I really, really understand how to read trends. Part of the reason I understand how to read trends so well is because I'm a gap trader. You know, I really, rarely get the direction in my trades wrong. That's one of the reasons I'm making money. Consistently. Consistently! So why are trends important in trading? Understanding reading trends is important in trading because if you err in your directional bias, you will lose. Learning how to read trends correctly is important for you to make money in the market, taking a position in the right direction. You have to do it. And if you don't know how, you need to learn. It's all really about technical analysis. This beautiful, wonderful, fabulous thing which I love and is the way that I trade. What is technical analysis? The definition is it's an analysis of past price changes in the hope of forecasting future price changes. It's a beautiful thing. You read the past price changes to predict the future price changes. And you're also reading the current price changes. So you're reading the past price changes and the current price right now and making the decisions to predict the future of the stock. One of the charts I review in the class is this one here on Facebook. This is one of these ones that people have been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about time and time again, trying to guess, really wishing and hoping what the stock is going to do. And you know what? There are still people out there, it's sad to say, hoping and wishing and maybe even some are praying that this stock goes back to the IPO open price all the way up here. And it hasn't seen that number since the day it opened. You know what I'm saying? So we review this chart actually in the class. It's a really good one. Here's another one. Pay. Beautiful example of why there's no bottom feeding in charts. This is an amazing stock as well. And if you look at the overall bigger time frame here, this stock is in a downtrend. And occasionally when a stock moves, it will wiggle and jiggle, and it'll appear for some people that it's filling the gap, but it's only doing a rally into resistance. Most of the gaps are so far away from any viable price that to even choose to do anything in the opposite direction would be pure gambling. You're better off just going to the casino. Because these stocks there's a problem with them. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I don't study fundamentals. I'm a technical analysis trader, but there's something going on here. These charts are lower. This stock is lower. There's nothing to do here but short it. And Apple, of course, is one of my favorite companies to go over. Love Apple, love their products. This is another chart that's in my class on trends. Beautiful, fantastic, amazing apple. It's a golden gap. It's a golden gap if I ever saw one. And is continuing and is very strong and very, very firm in its trend. And yet many people don't understand this and insist that it's not doing what it's doing and are trying to bottom pick this thing here. In fact, you can even see the bottom picking that was going on in this here. And look at what happened then when it traded under this. That's when it hit then and went and crashed way under 400. Right after this, look, people were bottom feeding in here. And some did it in here, but not as many as here. Some are probably going to do it in here. I'm sure that people will. Why? Because it's made a higher low and it pivoted and did a buy setup. But it's not a good one because the stock's in a downtrend. People are going to buy in here and push this up and think that they're going to bottom feed in this thing in here. And it's just not the right way to trade. So we review this in the class, this apple. And I think this is something that, because it is a market stock and carries so much weight in the market, that it's important to understand. And if you can learn how to read the market stocks, it's really going to help you become a good trader. And I talk about support and resistance and teach this in the class as well. One of the main reasons why people find reading trends challenging is due to a lack of understanding on this topic. How to properly read support and resistance plays a major factor in how to read charts. Support and resistance are taught in great detail in this course. Part of getting the direction in a stock correct is having a full comprehension of support and resistance. And I mean full is full. Chart support and resistance levels are analyzed in an advanced manner. Everything I do is advanced. With accompanying examples, the trends class focuses in on price and teaches a sophisticated way to read support and resistance accurately. Reading support and resistance accurately is a skill that is vital for any type of trader or investor. This is one thing I've done a really good job in teaching people in the gap class, this trends class, and in my live trading room. I've really done a good job teaching people about this. And again, this is something that takes time to learn as well. This is why I have to do classes to learn it. I've really done a good job explaining these things to people. Because I will tell you that it's challenging. It's not easy. Why? There's many different areas of support and resistance. You have to know what to look at. What's buying? What's short covering? What's really getting bought? Where's the power? Understanding that when you're reading these levels, how they flip. The study of price and the movement of price. There's so much detail involved in understanding price direction. Not just in charts of the market, but also individual stocks. Most of what is taught in classes and books about technical analysis is too general. Way too general or overstated. Simply relying on pivots, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, and even candlesticks are on their own is not enough. The study of price is just that and nothing more. It's about the price. This is where I really know that I have an edge in my trading, not only in my own personal trading, but in the educational classes that I'm offering to people. I am not telling people to trade so hard and fast and heavy on these pivots and these higher highs and higher lows and buy setups and sell setups. I'm not telling people to live and die by these things. Why? You can't. In order to be successful in this type of environment where we are trading with computers, machines, black boxes, and everybody's in there, and it's all automated, you've got to understand how to reprice. This is really one thing that you have to get down, okay? Not only do you have to understand it, read it, and comprehend it, you have to do it and see it in live time when you're trading, when you're day trading, swing trading, core trading. It doesn't matter. It has to be about the price. This is one thing that I know how to do very well and that I'm teaching people is what gives me an edge and is giving people that are learning from me an edge as well. Because people are not teaching this. Let's go back to Apple a minute. As I was saying, people are looking at this and saying Apple's now today triggered on a higher low. That doesn't have any meaning to me whatsoever to do anything about the trend of the stock. And even if it rallied up over here and made a higher high, it would not change the trend of this stock. It is about the price action and reading the price. I just cannot convey this enough, the importance of this and getting this down and understanding this. This is one of these things that's going to help you really get to the next level as a trader. If you're at a place in your trading where you understand a lot of things, but you just haven't, there's something missing, you don't know what it is. It may be simply what I'm talking about right now. Really grasping and comprehending and understanding well the study of price and how to read trends right and not getting all chopped up in these type of pivot formations and many of these other things that other places teach out there. Because it is too general and overstated. And that's not how stocks are or the market act. They're living, breathing things. They're not general and they're not overstated. They're real, like a person, except for it's multiple people, because that's what the market really is. Trend reading has to be done up close, studying it. Take out your information, look at it, stare at it, get it in there, get your glasses on, study it. Up close and personal. That's the way to go. Learn how to read trends to make money trading in the right direction. Why? Because you're going to make money if you do this real well. If you can learn how to read trends right and trade in the right direction, you're going to make money. In fact, it's going to be hard for you to lose money. I mean, honestly, once you learn how to read trends right, it's actually going to be hard for you to lose money as a trader or investor. So look at it that way. And if you don't learn how to do this right, it's going to be hard for you to make money. It's the flip side in either direction. Knowledge is important. Knowledge is key. Use that brain you have, that really, really good brain you have, that solid, strong brain that you have. It wants to help you. Knowledge is important. Proper education is the key to your trading success. It is. Why? Because you got to know stuff. Okay? You have to know stuff. Reading a book or buying a DVD is not going to teach you what you need to know. You've actually, not only do you have to learn from a person that you could ask questions to and would answer the questions. And then you do the repetition. I allow free retakes on the trends class. I do with all my classes. It helps you with the repetition of getting it right and going over it and over and over it. So invest in your own education. Trading classes are fun. Why? Because once you learn how to do something, you can take it into the market and make money. So it's fun. It's not like having to go take a test for something or doing something, your job, or going to school where you just get a grade. No, you learn how to trade right. Your grade, your congratulations, your A++ is you're getting paid from the market. So that is fun. That's exciting. That's a reason to smile. So the class is Trends. It is a course on how to read trends and stock charts. The class tuition fee is $9.99. For upcoming class dates and times, please contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. It is an 8-hour course. I allow free retakes. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you'd like more information on the Trends course and the upcoming times and dates, please feel free to email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thanks and have a great day, everyone.